Welcome to my views and news. Some new stories from Ethiopia and Eritrea. Firstly, viewers, Colonel Demeke Zewdu is a deputy administrator of Wolkait, Amhara, struggling for years to make Wolkait, Amhara part of the Amhara region. After the war broke out in Tigray in November 2020, the area came under the Wolkait, Amhara, Sagade came under the control of Amhara forces. Since then, he has been working as deputy administrator, head of security here. He was in Eritrea, though not far away from Ethiopian border, but reportedly this week he was in Eritrea. Secondly, viewers, a rally against Getachew Reda is being planned since last night. Mobilization has been underway. Social media messages, door-to-door campaign was launched yesterday to make this rally a success in Tigray. And thirdly, viewers, propaganda by some accounts, by some people that monasteries in the Amhara region have been damaged. Propaganda is being spread. Since yesterday, I have been seeing some posts. A picture is being circulated claiming that a monastery in the Amhara region has been damaged because of firing, because of fire by Ethiopian army. But we got confirmation, analyzed the picture. The picture is not related to the ongoing confrontation between Fano fighters and Ethiopian army in the Amhara region. Firstly, viewers, Colonel Demeke Zewdu was in Amhara this week reportedly. Some say at the end of last week, most say at the start of this week. Amhara is part of Eritrea, right on Ethiopia-Eritrea border, part of Eritrea. And it is used as entry point to enter from Ethiopia to Eritrea, vice versa. Colonel Demeke Zewdu is in charge of Wolkait, Amhara, Sagade. He is deputy administrator. Mainly he is the main man in Wolkait, Amhara, because he is head of security as well. And he has been struggling for years. He's head of Amhara, he's head of Wolkait Identity Restoration Committee. When TPLF was in power in Addis Ababa, more than once I think he was arrested and put in prison. But he struggled, he continued his struggle, and then we saw that the area came under the control of Amhara forces. Since then he's been here. And whenever we hear rumors, speculations that this zone could be given back to Tigray, Colonel Demeke Zewdu suddenly becomes active. And he hopes that he will get support, or he could get support from two sides, from Gondar or from Eritrea. On one side there is Gondar, on the other side there is Eritrea. And we know that a few weeks ago he attended a meeting in Gondar when I think special forces were being disbanded before that. And people of Gondar supported him. And Wolkait matters a lot for people of Gondar as well. Because if they are in control of Wolkait, Gondar can stay in touch with Eritrea. And obviously for Eritrea, the zone matters too. Colonel Demeke Zewdu was in Amhara this week to attend Eritrean Independence Day celebrations, which were held in Amhara. Pictures are now being shared, reportedly from Amhara. He was not alone. Some militia members, local Wolkait, local government officials accompanied him. Several armed militia members accompanied as well. He was seen dancing, having fun there with Eritrean officials, Eritrean soldiers, reportedly in Amhara. This development indicates that Col Demeke Zewdu has access to Eritrea. He can enter Eritrea. If he can enter Eritrea, it means that militia members from Wolkait, Amhara, they can also enter Eritrea. Eritrea, it was said that Eritrea was training Amhara militia members secretly. Eritrea did train Amhara forces, by the way, officially too. It trained Amhara Special Force last year. Amhara regional government confirmed that Eritrean trainers trained Amhara Special Force. Amhara Special disbanded. And then we saw that from Eritrean soil, Amhara forces, Amhara militia members, Ethiopian National Defense Force, Eritrean forces, they launched a joint offensive on Tigray in August this year, last year. So it means that Amhara militias were there on Eritrean soil. Are they still there? We don't know. But it means that Col Demeke Zewdu, his militias, they have access to Eritrea. Secondly, viewers, a rally is being planned for today against Getachew Reda, who is trying to organize this rally. Obviously, disgruntled elements in the TPLF, rival faction within the TPLF, which accuses Getachew Reda of being on the payroll of Prosperity Party. We have seen distancing between Getachew-led Tigray interim government and Tigray People Liberation Front TPLF in the past few weeks. TPLF Nabe refused to restore TPLF as a political party, which was condemned. The decision was condemned by TPLF and Tigray interim government. Then we saw statements from Tigray President Debunking, not Tigray President, TPLF Chairman Debunking, who said that interim government period should be between 6 months and 1 year. He demanded early elections, and he talked about right to self-determination too. And we have seen that meetings have been held in Shire, Adwa, Mekelle by Tigray People Liberation Front. And at those meetings, reportedly, the TPLF leaders said that Tigray interim government was just for a few months. So people should support TPLF. TPLF is the real representative of the people of Tigray. But the real representative is not eligible to contest regional election, because still Nabe has not restored its political status. That is why we are now seeing an attempt to organize a rally by some TPLF leaders against Getachew Reda. Why? TPLF wants Getachew to support TPLF, to be on TPLF side, to put pressure upon Ethiopian federal government, so that Ethiopian federal government tells Nabe to reinstate TPLF as a political party. And secondly, some elements within TPLF, they now starting to see Getachew as closer to the Prime Minister of Ethiopia than to the TPLF. That is why through these rallies, they want to put pressure upon Getachew Reda. A few days ago, disabled Tigray fighters protested in front of Tigray interim government building. Second protest since Getachew came to power. Some say that TPLF is backing these protests. Purpose is to embarrass, to weaken Tigray interim government of Getachew Reda. Maybe federal government saw this coming confrontation between TPLF and Getachew. That is why federal government did not restore TPLF as a party. Parliament restored, but never did not restore. That is why we saw planning to hold a rally against Getachew. Door-to-door campaign was seen yesterday. social media messaging began as well. Will people take to the streets against Getachew today? Who will lead them? How many will attend? Will security forces allow them to hold a rally? That we'll see in coming hours. But this friction between Getachew's interim government and TPLF is very visible now. No one can deny that. And if TPLF remains ineligible to contest party election, to contest regional election, federal election, obviously it would lead to more tensions between TPLF and Tigray interim government. Secondly, lastly, viewers, since yesterday, a picture is being shared showing allegedly a damaged monastery of Ethiopian Orthodox Church. It is being claimed that the monastery was bombarded by Ethiopian security forces and that in the operation against Fano, fighters, security forces are targeting monasteries. I think yesterday I shared pictures of some Ethiopian soldiers who were being shown as prisoners of war captured by Fano fighters. But the picture, as I said, is not related to the ongoing security operation against Fano in Amhara. The picture was related to Tigray war. Again, we're seeing the same, that old pictures of monasteries, damaged monasteries are being shared to instigate people, to instigate religious sentiments against Ethiopian federal government, Ethiopian federal forces. We're not supportive of any parties in this conflict between Fano and security forces, but whenever there is disinformation, misinformation, we'll try to correct. This is what my job is. We should set the record straight. The picture being shared is not linked to the ongoing security operation against Fano reportedly. Thanks for watching.